Happy Tuesday evening. It's about 9 p.m. West Coast time. 95% of men do not hold other men accountable. I feel comfortable in estimating that to be around 95%. And one of my favorite things about my brother Falcon is that he is not in that 95%. He holds other men accountable in any situation. He's held me accountable in situations where I've made a stupid joke because I use humor as a defense mechanism or a coping mechanism, and sometimes I make stupid jokes. On Air Force One last night or the night before, I don't remember which one it was, a reporter who was a woman who is an accomplished woman, an accomplished reporter, accomplished enough that she's on Air Force One asking a direct question to the President of the United States. And she asked a question that Donald Trump didn't like. And he pointed at her and he said, "Quiet. Quiet, Piggy." And every other man within earshot of that said nothing. They said nothing. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, called a very accomplished female reporter Piggy. Piggy. And not one single man said a fucking word. Not one. And the crazy thing is, it's like, and this is going to be a slightly cynical view. First of all, if one of them or more than one of them would have pushed back on that, called him out on that, that would have simply been the right thing to do. But in this current era of Donald Trump's second term and TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and going viral, if one single man who was there had spoken up and called him out and said, "Mr. President, that's bullshit. You don't get to do that. That's incredibly sexist and misogynistic and disrespectful." That clip would have gone more viral than the first clip of him going, "Quiet, quiet, Piggy." And it's like, for being the only gender that has actual testicles, the vast majority of men in this country have absolutely no balls whatsoever when it comes to holding other men accountable in situations like that. And, you know, I can't remember who it was. I heard somebody else say something, and the first part of this certainly holds true for my experiences. I don't know that I have ever had a single friend who was a woman over the course of my life. And I've had more friendships with women, and I've had more deeper and more substantive friendships with women over the course of my life than I've had with most men. I can't think of a single one of those women who hasn't told me a story of just egregious sexual harassment at the hands of men, or sexual assault at the hands of a man. But no man seems to know any men in their universe who engage in sexual harassment or sexual assault. Yeah. Not one man said a fucking word.